Now, our next guest today is not only a very talented actor, having starred in hits like Green Wing, Episode and The Split, which I love, by the way, he's also a very successful author.
Yeah, what's not to love about Stephen Mangan? He's written 4 children's books. The Great Reindeer Rescue is his latest, and here he is. Stephen, so nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Oh, so tell us about the book.
The book.
Tell us all about it.
So, one of Santa's reindeer, Blixen, I've forgotten the plot of my own book. Blixen has retired.
Right.
So Santa has got a new reindeer to join the gang, and he's called Dave. And Dave is very nervous and very excited, and he ruins the whole thing quite early on. And all the reindeer get scattered to the 4 corners of the earth, and Dave, the reindeer, and a little girl called Holly have to find all the reindeers and Santa to save Christmas.
This is your 4th children's book?
4th children's book.
Are they themed? Are they the same
not.
characters? So
No.
different characters every time?
I didn't think... I looked at, like, what J.K. Rowling did with Harry Potter. I thought, I don't want that sort of success. I don't want books that children can come back to again and again. I want to write a whole new world. Also, my mind is so sort of flibbity-gibbet that I just, you know, I think of a whole new world and I'm off. So, but I've always wanted to write a Christmas book.
I was going to say, is this the first one that's based around?
First one. And I sat down in April and I put on some Buble, singing Christmas tunes.
I was going to say, how did you get into the mood?
That's the only way you can do it, really. Turn the heating way down so you're cold. You put on some socks and, you know, winter socks. And, yeah, it's actually surprisingly easy to get into Christmas earlier in the year.
I think because we're just sort of, in many ways, as a country, we love Christmas, don't we? Defined by it, and that kind of Victoriana version, that Dickensian version of Christmas. It's probably quite easy to place yourself in there.
Yeah.
It's so wonderfully romantic and nostalgic.
Yeah, it's ingrained. I mean, we've been literally every year. I mean, more than birthdays, because birthdays, something different happens every year. But Christmas, it's look at it.
Yeah.
I bumped into someone yesterday who puts their tree up on Christmas Eve and takes it down on Boxing Day.
No.
Like,
what's all the effort?
What's the point of that?
I just don't have the tree.
She was very militant about that's all Christmas is.
No, I've had mine up since the first week of November.
Oh, you got
really?
Whoa! I mean,
that was a bit
I'm suddenly with the Boxing Day lady.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I really love Christmas. But so you've got 3 boys, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do they all read the books and give you their feedback?
They do, and I sort of road test the stories on them. I mean, the books are for 7+, and my youngest is now 7.5. So I'm reading The Great Reindeer Rescue to him in the moment. As an actor, you think the great gift you can give your children is reading them stories. You know, that's what I do. I read. All I get is stop doing voices, Dad. Just read it. Because I'm doing all sorts of... And he's just read it. So
the worst audition of your life.
I know. It's like my worst, fiercest critic. My 13-year-old, I run the stories past him. So, we're going for a walk, and I'm like, OK, so I've got the reindeer doing this. What do you think?
Yes.
You know, so it's nice to bounce it off somebody, because it's a very solitary business.
Yeah, and it must be a sort of lovely progression, because when your 13-year-old was younger, you must have read him the stories.
Yeah.
And now he's sort of in on the editorial.
Well, the first 3 books, the heroes were named after my 3 boys. So the hero of the first book was Jack, and then Frank, and then Harry. So, so now Dave, I'm going to have another child and call him Dave.
It's got to be done. It has to be done. You're really rude not to.
In case my wife's listening, that's...
It's a girl. Oh.
What we got to do.
Still go
have another
Dave.
kid.
Yeah, that's it.
Called Dave.
And you work closely with your sister on these,
Yes,
don't you?
my sister, my very talented sister, Anita, my little sister.
Yeah.
She's a year younger than me. She illustrates them, and brilliantly as well. And it's a joy, because... But if you told me when I was a kid that we'd be working together, I'd have laughed for a month. But it's such a treat, because we're brought up in the same house, same sense of humour. I don't have to explain anything to her. And the books are basically me. I write funny adventure stories, and I'm trying to make Anita laugh. Anita and my children, that's the goal when I'm sitting there writing.
So nice.
I say that, but of course
it's such a lovely... such a lovely different discipline to acting as well, isn't it? Where... I mean, it's such a collegiate business, acting, so...
Well, acting, you're interpreting something. Yeah. You're given a script and you're interpreting it on the stage or on the screen, and that's great. And it is, like you say, you have all sorts of people you're working with, and it's all those brains added together and creativity. Yeah. Writing a book, it's just the blank page, and it's just you, and there's sort of pluses and minuses, because you're creating a world yourself, and it's all your own work, and there's something exciting about that. So it's nice to... I like moving between them. After a few months of writing, I'm very happy to get back on set and film.
You're such a good actor.
Oh,
I really love watching you. And the thing is, when you first started out, you sort of got these comedic roles, not by accident, but almost like sequentially, almost one after the other. So did it take a while for you to then convince the casting agent that you can act straight as well?
Well, I started in the theatre. I did 5 years, and I played all sorts of, young romantic leads. But then as soon as I started doing telly and the camera got, because in the theatre everyone's quite far away. As soon as the camera got close to me, they were like, comedy, you're doing comedy. Yeah, you're not playing any, you're not kissing anybody, you're just... but then, yeah, I mean, The Split was an absolute treat to do, to play a part like that with such dramatic heft to it. And a lawyer, I trained as a lawyer originally, so it was interesting. It was like, here's what I could have won, the life I could have had if I hadn't, changed direction.
So do you like kind of being able to flip-flop between the two, or do you see yourself going in this direction now?
I still see myself as an actor, first and foremost.
Yeah.
But it's funny the way, life leads you down all these different paths. And I do a painting show on Sky, Portrait Artist of the Year, and
It's a lovely show,
which I enjoy doing, and I'm writing books, which I also love. So it's nice to do new stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm very lucky to still be finding things that I want to do that are new and that I give a go. To me, that's... you constantly feel like you're reinventing yourself, and that life is open, offering up challenges.
It's the greatest privilege you can get, isn't it?
Absolutely,
Exactly.
So...
And I saw Stephen a couple of years ago on A Christmas Carol at the Old Vic Theatre, and it's honestly, I urge anyone to go. I mean, your year was the best, but I urge anyone to go. But I mean, would you go back and do some more theatre? I mean, that was unbelievable, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. The music was incredible. Also, a great story. I mean, Scrooge is one of those parts. You never play a character that transforms as much as that. You spent 3/4 of the play, absolutely the most miserable, guy in the world, and then suddenly you transform. That was a treat. And the music on that show, Christopher Eccleston's doing it at the moment at the Old Vic. And yeah, this looks like there's some theatre later this year, next year. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be good. That live interaction is important.
Yeah.
And there's a sense of occasion going out and to do a play every evening. Yeah.
Must be amazing.
Best of luck with it, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Again.
Thank you.
The Great Marine Rescue, Stephen Mangan, is out now. Thank you.
Thank you.